It's just a way easier product to have out there. It's an engineered design. We just mix it and use it.
Time-wise, it's saved a ton of time out here.
With the SPEC mix, I never shut it off. I just keep going, and I know he'll keep up.
So SPEC mix is really the way the future is going to be.
SPEC mix silo has made it easier as far as being able to mix mud faster, being able to get the full set out of it in time to get it into the hopper and get mud up to the guys faster.
He never has to shut us down. He's, it's dump it in there, it goes right in the mixer, and then right from the mixer to the pump.
It makes my life easier by the cost savings we're making from the labor productivity. We're getting a lot more on the wall in a day. It's helping on our schedule.
More work is definitely getting done, and the more that pump is running, the more it's money in the owner's pocket, and that's what he's paying us for.
And I've mixed for a lot of years, and with sand, with the field mix, you still ain't getting the same consistency every single batch. Every shovel's not going to weigh the same as sand.
The mud is consistent, so I don't have problems with too rich of batches or too poor. The mud is always the same. So in that respect, it's easier to work with.
Everything's real consistent. It doesn't matter if it's 80-pounder or a 3,000-pound bag. The consistency is always there.
It moves great. It's nice, easy, slick to Derby. It moves, it fills a hole. Really, it's easier than the shoveled sand to Derby. Workability's better, and I don't notice as much cracks either. For whatever reason, you don't get near the spider cracking.
I would have to have another guy on the pump with Brett shoveling sand. I don't think that Brett could ever keep up with traditional scratch and ground.
When we're scratching, we're moving really fast, and he'll fall behind, so I'll have to shut the gun off, keep an eye on him, let him catch up, and then I can kick it back on.
As far as the beginning of the week, coming in fresh and shoveling sand and breaking bags, and by the end of the week, just barely crawling out of bed on Friday, and maybe slowing the pump down a little bit just so I can keep up with a little, and the plasters don't know that, but that's the way it's got to work down on this end. So production is always up with the SPEC mix, That's the way it is. You can run it as fast as you want, as fast as the plasters want to gun it on the wall.
We've got, right now, 8 men on the wall, and you want to make sure everyone is doing their share. And to keep them busy, we need to have a lot of mud going on the wall as fast as we can get it on there.
With the SPEC mix, I never shut it off. I just keep going, and I know he'll keep up.
We were able to scratch on this particular job 8 stories by 200 feet from top to bottom in one day, which is excellent production. And that's a lot of mud. I mean, we had to fill the silo twice during the day. That's how much we're going through.
On this particular job site, it was a very tight spot, and they were putting in a bunch of utility work. So we had to be mobile with our mixing station. We had a silo set up. We lift up the silo, we move around, we were set back up within an hour.
Especially in the downtown areas, there's real confined spaces. They don't give you hardly any area to set up or mix, and that's when it really pays to have the silo. We did one last winter, matter of fact, where they only gave us enough room for about 3 pickups. And we had to set our pump and our mixer and our silo and all our bags, and we couldn't have done it if we would have had to have a sand truck come in every day.
SPEC mix, if you got extra bags left, you take them right to another job, load them up on a truck and go.
When I get done with this area, we just pull the mixers out of there, take the towers, drop them down. They're on a truck and they're gone, they're out of here.
Another advantage of working with the silo as opposed to the bags and the sand pile is, anybody can pick up a 100-pound bag of cement off the top of a pallet, but when the pallet gets down and you're picking the bottom bags off there, you're doing a lot of bending, it's a lot of back work, and a lot of possible back strains if you're not picking with your knees, and when you're really hustling, it's easy to, maybe come up with a strained back or an injured back. So the silo system with the SPEC mix eliminates all possibilities of that too.
When you got that sand pile down there, it starts spreading out. Now he's 20 feet from the mixer trying to shovel the sand up to the mixer to get it in the mixer. So either you have a bobcat on site or he's further and further away from that sand pile.
I mean, you don't have the guy bending and picking up 100-pound bags of cement. You don't have a guy bending over and putting sand in the mixer. It's all right there. He pulls the lever, it feeds the material right into the mixer, he adds his water. It is unbelievably so much better than traditional stucco doing it this way.
And for us up on the scaffold, just that we know that he's not laying under the sand pile down there.
And I know I'm not killing him down there on days when it's 98 degrees down there. You know, we are friends, so I want to take care of him. Right now, we're testing the product to the extreme conditions. We got 320 feet of hose, and we were in 96-degree heat yesterday. And so far, we haven't had any packs. We've been able to, you know, keep the mud flowing through there freely, and that's a big thing. If you do get a pack, shut your production down with 8 men on the wall. That's very time-consuming, labor, costly.
The biggest thing is in the wintertime is I don't have to worry about keeping that sand pile thawed out. We used to take culverts, pour the sand pile on top of them, and keep a torch burning in there to keep the sand pile thawed out.
We definitely have to have them protected because we do get a lot of rain around here, and it's the way they deliver them. They are pretty well protected, and we need them that way. So that's a big plus. I don't have to worry about them if they deliver them off-site. I don't even know where they. Sometimes during the day I don't have a chance to go check on the delivery, and I need to know that they're protected and safe.
If they told me I had to go back to a sand pile mixing, I would let someone else do the mixing. SPEC mix is the product to use.
It rods nice, it floats nice, and I like it. It's good stuff.
The production is way up, and you can do it day after day after day after day. It's the way to go.